Hello, everybody. It's Dave Kettner here with Janae Knight and Peter Carr. It is April 30th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we are now under 6 hours left of the ASM5 open that you can actually purchase ASM5. So I don't know if you guys have got a chance to go through all the material that's been happening here today. I know ASM, the Amazing.com office, they did a very long Google Hangout where they went almost 4.5 hours, and this had some really great people on there. They had testimonials. They went through, answered lots of questions. They showed product opportunities, actually physical products they showed, and it was really, really cool. So I'm not sure if they have a recording for that or not, but it was really, hopefully you guys got on there because it was really neat to hear the people's stories, the testimonials of people, how they got started with this business, what they used to do, now what they're doing with their business, and really how it's changed so many people's lives. So it's always great to hear that. Did you guys, Janae, Peter, did you guys get a chance to be on that Google Hangout today?
Busy working.
Yeah, same here. I started off getting rid of some hijackers this morning, so it was a full day for me.
Yeah, same here.
Busy day. So, and I've been busy working with working the phones, the email, and Skype messages. We have a lot of people that are we had a lot of people that purchased ASM today, and I know we still have a lot of people that have questions, and we want to make sure that we take the time on this webinar here. This is for you guys. This is for you to ask us any questions. We're going to answer them live right here, and whatever is something that you're not sure about with ASM, something you want to see again, we can do a walkthrough on anything you want to see. That this is all going to be just for you. So if you see the chat box there on the right hand side of the screen, go ahead and type your questions in there, and we will pick one and get started. While waiting for that, how about Peter? Let's tell us how things have been going for you today.
Well, in beautiful Amazon fashion, there is one measure of success, and it's referred to as a hijacker. When you're doing well enough that you're at the top of page 1 or near the top with most of your major keywords, that gets the notice of other people, and it is common practice for other people to try and come in and hang on to your listing and offer their product through your listing. But ASM teaches you how to get around that and avoid that. It's very common practice at Amazon. You'll notice that whenever there's a brand name, for example, say Bose headphones, there might be 20 people selling that same Bose headphones product, and they're all competing for what's called the buy box, which is the lowest price available. So here you have people fighting over a few pennies to get to that buy box. Well, ASM teaches how to go private label and avoid all of that. Every now and then you'll get what we call a hijacker, just part of the deal, and I had a couple this morning and got rid of them within the hour. So that's another beautiful thing about ASM is we learn how to overcome all of those obstacles. Tremendous stuff, but it equaled a very busy day for me. Don't get caught up in all of that stuff. You are in the right place at the right time, and just give yourself a big congratulations, pat on the back. This is where you need to be right now.
Very good. Thank you for sharing that. And yeah, we do have obviously ups and downs with our business, but it's good to hear that you came out on top and got things done there, Peter. So thank you for sharing that. Janae, sound like you had something similar as well happen today?
Yeah, a different type of hijacking. They basically duplicated everything, which is a lot easier to get rid of because you have your copyrights. Basically, just publishing your own images gives you the copyrights. I mean, Amazon doesn't like other sellers not only duplicating listings, but they're not going to let them use your images, use your text. So that was just a matter of filing a report. So not that big of a deal. I was busy making new pictures. That's one of the ASM will teach you. It's one of the biggest ways to increase your conversions is to make sure your pictures are red hot. So I'm updating some pictures today. I'm working on that.
Cool. Well, that sounds like you had a busy but productive day as well. And let's see, Laurette, can you hear us? Can we hear you?
Yes, I am here. Hi, Dave. Sorry.
Hey,
I would
Laurette.
put my video, but I am actually sitting in my car. I'm in Jamaica. know you always say I'm traveling, and I am traveling. I'm in Jamaica in my car, and it's dark, so you wouldn't really be able to see me. So,
Okay.
but the great thing about this Amazon business, like I said, I'm in Jamaica, and I haven't done anything. I refresh, and I have sales, right? So awesome model, automated, right? If sales are going out, Amazon's doing it for me. And I just checked, I just sent in some inventory not too long ago, and they arrived, and they're ready to start selling today. So, good things are happening. I love this business.
Yes.
I just have to add, speak about refresh. I'm just fiddling around on the computer, and with Amazon, with Mother's Day, it's a very big selling time here in the U.S. So I could almost watch the money roll in. I mean, you just watch the numbers go up right now. So yeah, this is very comparable to Christmas for most categories. So it's pretty exciting.
That is great to hear, Janae. Hopefully you stay in solid stock, too, so you can get your maximum benefit from it. So as you can see, I'm kind of just, you can't really see me fully, but I'm just lounging out here on my chair. It's a Google Hangout. Like I said, we have nothing formally prepared. We're just here for you guys, answer some questions. I've seen a couple questions come in, which we're going to answer right away. I saw some people said that they didn't get a chance to be on the whole Google Hangout. I'm going to post this link in the chat box right now. There it is. That is something for you to check out after we get done here. Do realize it's a 4-hour webinar, and that ASM5 will close at midnight Pacific Standard Time tonight. So if you're going through that, realize it's going to be a long webinar, and if you are on the fence or you're not sure about ASM, you want to make sure that you're in there before midnight at Pacific Standard Time, because there is not going to be any way to purchase it after it closes. The training actually starts first thing tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. So 5 hours after it closes, boom, the course opens up, and the Module 1 will be live. So make sure you guys, if you're going to, if you're, like I said, if you're on the fence, we want you to ask questions here so we can all answer them, so we can show you whatever it is you need to see, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I'm going to go through, and the thing's scrolling through here. I saw a couple questions come in. Go ahead.
I wanted to add to the doors closing. It really does close. It's not just a marketing strategy.
Yeah.
Like, we can't get you in the back door or anything like that. It really does close, and you have to get it tonight.
So it's the last opportunity. And like as we talked about on our webinar yesterday, if you guys haven't seen that, I would suggest you watch that replay as well. We sent it to you in the same email, I believe, that we sent this to, or earlier today. We've been blasting out a lot of emails because a lot of stuff going on. We don't want you to miss this opportunity. Last night in the webinar, we had mentioned about this is a no-brainer opportunity. Even if it's something you're not totally sure about, get in there anyway, because like Loretta said, once the doors are closed, you're not getting in. Classes start tomorrow. That's it. You need to be either in tonight or not. And if you want to get in there, you're not totally sure, purchase anyway. You'll get in there even with the payment plan. You'll have full access if you just make your first $14.97 payment, and you will have a full 30 days to evaluate it. And like I heard Matt and Jason talk on the Hangout today, they said, hey, if this is not what we're telling you it is, then get your money back. If we don't give you the success that we're telling you you're going to get your money back. All right, so you're fully backed, fully guaranteed. So I'm going to go ahead and ask this first question. It's from Rajib. He's saying, when will the template for contacting suppliers be provided to us? Good question. Hang on one second. I'm going to grab my tea so I can actually be able to talk. Do you know the answer to that, Peter? I'm guessing you probably don't. Peter?
Sorry, I was attempting to multitask, Dave. I'm not very good at that. What was the question?
You're not watching the NFL draft, are you?
No, sir. I wish I was.
When the templates for contacting suppliers are released?
Oh gosh, with the remake of all the modules, I'm not sure, but I've heard that they're going to cram as much into that first module as possible. So it's entirely possible we'll get that in the first week. If not, I would guess the second week for sure. How's that?
Okay, I asked that question just to give me a break. I know the answer to that, so hold on a second.
I thought you would.
I thought we had our own templates. I thought we were sending that as a bonus.
That is exactly correct. Lorette wins the prize. Ding, 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 ding. It is one of the bonuses that we provide you. ASM will teach you a little bit of the template. We go through and do that much more, and you'll get that in Module 2, when Module 2 is all about finding a supplier, contacting a supplier, and making your first order. So you'll get the templates in your with Module 2, so in your second week. Rajab also asked, are we better concentrating on one product at a time or marketing a few, 2 to 3 products at a time? Lorette, how about you take that one?
Yes, I would definitely start with one product. You get your one product going, and once you have that going, then you do rinse and repeat. But definitely just focus on one product to start with. And then you become a master and just keep going.
Yeah, I made the mistake of starting with too many myself. And even though we grew really fast, we would have been there much further if we started with just one product. So yes, exactly. Janae, what percentage of ASM buyers reach 5,000 per month?
That's information I don't have access to, Dave. You're on the trading side, don't you know?
Well, let me ask you this: what people that take action and do this course? What percentage of those do you think eventually get to 5,000 per month in revenue?
Eventually, I would say most. I've seen, countless people when they get really excited. They post their first sale, and then they're blown away because they have like $1,000 within a few weeks. Yeah, I bet you could look at the badges and see quite a bit. We're going to help you get there. $5,000 a month is a real conservative goal. It's very reasonable to do with, you don't have to hit a home run to get $5,000 a month. My personal opinion.
I agree.
I definitely agree. Yeah.
If you guys are going to put the work in, you'll get there. And like Janae said, that's a very, very conservative goal. So probably people are thinking this is what it takes to actually pay the course back is what I would think. My guess is that if you're taking the action, you should have the course paid back inside of 2 months would be my guess. Peter, how much time do I have to pay for ASM?
How much time do you have to pay? Well, if you do one lump sum, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you do the payment plan, you've got 4 months to pay for the course. Is that the correct question you're asking?
He's asking like how much time we have before it closes, and
it'll be midnight tonight Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah. So either way, however way you look at that question, there's 2 answers for you.
We are here to answer any questions you have, so you can put to rest any doubt and make a confident decision that you are definitely in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, and then to get on there before, buy now while we're on this call here, as soon as we answer any question that's keeping you on that.
Goodness.
Lorette, how would you answer this question? Or it's not a question, it's really a statement. ASM is expensive.
And I have a good answer for that one. So I know. Yes, I know. When I actually talked about this with Jason, and one of the things that they talked about was if the program was only getting people results of like $1,000, they're only making $1,000, then it wouldn't be valuable. Then the price tag wouldn't make sense. But people are making millions. People are making a lot of money. So for the value of the price tag on the return of what people are making, it's justified. And all the tools and the support, all the bonuses that you're getting, you get a live event with us, all of that is way valued, way more than the cost of the course of $5,000.
I have to jump in here too. How much does a college education cost? And how long do you have to bust your butt, not only to pay your way through and to support yourself through, but to do all of that? This is cake. I mean, this is a complete, streamlined, super focused business course. This teaches you how to start your own, not just your own business. I mean, we're not talking about just, I'm going to throw some stuff online. This is you. This is your brand. This is your company. I mean, this is your baby, and it takes you 2 months to go through this course. Sitting in your underwear, in your recliner, a couple hours a night, sending a few emails back and forth. I don't know. I mean, what can you say to that? You don't have to go to 4, 6, 8 years of college and bust your butt with that. You just bust your butt a little bit with this, and it's a home. I don't know. It's great.
I would like to chime in as well. Thank you, Janae. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lorette.
No, I was just chiming in saying, that it's a business. It's not like, I'm going to go sell an ebook on a website. This is a real business, and when you put that price tag, it's nowhere near. It's just, it's great to go along with it. I
couldn't agree more. You ladies have said it exceptionally well. There's a lot of people selling how to make money on the internet, and it's never a complete package. Never is it a complete package. ASM is an entire complete package. It's a business in a box. It takes you through the entire gamut. It throws in stuff on how to take your business to the next level. It is complete in its entirety and then some. Plus, what we're able to bring as a group of people who've already gone through it, literally going to hold your hand and help you walk through this thing. So most times when you buy something online, it's, okay, here's your link, sick 'em, tiger, good luck to you, have a great day. And that's the end of it. You never get any kind of support, any kind of training, any kind of feedback, any kind of, let me help you out. If you have questions, give us a holler. Gosh, no, this is entirely different. $5,000 is a drop in the bucket. Look, I had to borrow money, so I know $5,000 is a lot of money, but in comparison, it is not a lot of money. You will make a lot of money. The people that don't make money are the people who do not work the program. If you keep working it, you will make money.
Okay, great answers. And we did speak about this, yesterday as well. And like I said, it's actually, in my opinion, undervalued. And they're not going to do a major launch like this again. This is the last major launch. If they release it in a totally different way, it's going to probably be a $10,000 course. And even that will still be cheap, in my opinion. So if this is not, it's actually expensive for you not to get in, because if you try to do everything that ASM teaches you and all the tools and everything, you'd spend a lot more than $5,000. Next question. I'll take this one. Doug says, what about credit card chargebacks and fraud? Does Amazon handle all those issues? The answer is yes. Amazon handles everything for us. They ship the inventory. They handle the merchant account stuff. They handle the returns. They pay us every 2 weeks, and every once in a while we might have to deal with a customer service question that Amazon can't answer. And that's it. It's all taken care of by Amazon. Linda says, I've seen a lot of other programs which are much more expensive. I think they are cool not to ask for more. Exactly, Linda. Thank you. You're exactly right on that one. Let's see. Janae answered there. Edgar says, same link, Dave, to pay ASM through. I'll put the link right in the chat box so you guys can buy directly through our team. I'll do that here in 1 second. Doug says, talk about liability insurance. Is it advisable to have it? Go ahead, Janae. I know you typed that one, but go ahead. You could respond to that, please.
Which one? I'm sorry, I was responding to a different one.
The liability insurance question.
Oh, from what I understand, I've got a couple of associates who are just starting to worry about their liability insurance because they're hitting $1 million in revenue. You don't have to worry about anybody suing you when you don't have anything. Okay, you don't have to worry about protecting yourself with an LLC until you find out if you've got a product that's selling. And once you get all of that, once you're making money, that's when you start protecting it. That's when you start getting an LLC, when you can afford it. Then you get an LLC. When you are bringing in some decent revenue, that's when you start, looking at liability insurance. It seems to be fairly simple once you're to the point of needing it.
And I personally don't have liability insurance. We don't have a liability insurance through our business. We just have our LLC set up. So we're doing, millions a year, and we're not. I don't even have it set up yet. So that should tell you guys something right there.
I would also, Dave, if I may, I would also add to that. There are some suppliers, manufacturers, providers in the U.S. that will have a blanket policy for all of the products that they sell that you can get into for a minuscule amount of money. Now, not all of them, but there are some old school, old big brand name suppliers in the country who have a big old blanket policy, and all they do is add your name to it because you're selling their product even though you put your name on it. It's a beautiful thing. If you can find one, it's awesome. So anyway, that's a little tidbit there.
Thank you, Peter. It looks like this question was already answered, but I'm going to state it again because people might have missed this one. 30 days money-back guarantee does start from the day ASM opens the course, Module 1, so that's from tomorrow. So you have until May 30th to evaluate this with the money-back guarantee and the $1,000 inventory guarantee through ASM. Through our bonuses, through our team, you also have the $5,000 guarantee, which is listed on our bonuses page, which goes through pretty much to the middle of August. So that makes it even that much more of a no-brainer for you. Let's see. And Paul, I thank you for Paul Folks. Thank you for answering these questions. Doug says, if I want to partner with a friend, will we both have access to all the content? How does that work? By sharing a sign or separate sign-ons? Go ahead, Janae. Oh, how about Lorette?
Yeah, well, as far as I know, you would share your login. Is that right, Dave? You share a login when you join in with a partner. I'm pretty sure.
There's two ways of doing it. You could set up your own separate logins. So you can either have those for your outsourcers or for a partner.
Right.
Yeah, because two people can't be signed into the same login at the same time.
Right. And then
Unless
with the
you're on the same
Facebook
IP.
Right. And then I think with the support, the Facebook group, I believe they allow two. If you're a partner, you can add in your partner.
That is correct, and we'll allow them into our group as well. But you will only get one ticket for the Kettner team event, and you would have to purchase an extra one for the 2-day event, which will be a minimal cost for the second person if both want to go. Doug says, Matt talks about terrific sales numbers like $20,000 per month, and he says at 40% gross margins. But I want to get a better sense of expenses. What net income per month would you expect selling $20K per month at 40% margins? Well, Doug, if we say 40% margins, that's 40% net after expenses. So that's, if you say 40% margins on $20,000, you're talking about $8,000 in your pocket. Okay. Whenever we say net, we're talking about all the expenses already taken out: the product cost, Amazon fees, return costs, advertising costs, employee costs, any of that stuff. So when he talks about that, when we say 40%, that's what it is, 40% net. Get ready, ready to get after this. Too excited, Iris says. Let's see. Another question is: are there any other costs associated on training? How about Peter? Peter always
You're trying to multitask again, Dave.
Yeah.
Extra costs on training. If that's the question, correct? Extra cost? No. There is no extra cost. There's no hidden stuff here. Much to the contrary. You're going literally $28,000 in bonuses. Much of that is training. And Janae mentioned last night, she's added some bonuses, last minute stuff. We cover everything from your thought process to time management systems, to guarding yourself against the ills and the predators that almost all businesses suffer. Lorette has incredible services that her company offers. She and her sister have a phenomenal practice that helps people. The gamut of what you're getting in addition to ASM is literally off the chart. We had to create a new chart just to get everybody on there.
Cool. Thank you for sharing that. And this goes another, Tyron says, is there any monthly tools costs? The answer to that is the same answer, no. There are some tools that we offer in our bonuses where those people that are offering those bonuses give us a certain trial period. If you want to keep it after that, then you could purchase those on a monthly basis, but it's definitely not needed if you don't like the tool or you don't want it. So everything that's offered in ASM, everything is included. Let's see, Priscilla And I want you to relate to this one, Janae, because it's another woman. Priscilla says, absolutely love the idea, but no way to buy. I will take your principles, though, and try to do this. How would you respond to that, or just comment on that?
Yeah, I know. I was there. I was there when ASM first came out. But let's just say it spoke to me. It resonated with me. I knew who Matt Clark was. I knew that he was honest and that he's brilliant. He knows his stuff. He's spent hundreds of thousands of dollars perfecting this, and he just gives us what works, you know. And when it changes, we've got Dave and Rich and Jason and Matt and a whole, I mean, all of us as a community together. When ASM started, we all contributed to, hey, this is working good, and what about this new stuff? And we've developed new things, and it's all been incorporated into the training. You could try to do it on your own. We've given you a lot of information that you could probably do fairly well, but you're going to be lacking not only the community, but I mean the training itself is just superb. It will skyrocket you to success. It's going to tell you exactly step by step how to go through it. I was in the same situation, and I found a way. If it's important for you to get this done, if this resonates with you, if it feels in your heart that, you know, I can do this, I can set a goal, and I can do what I'm told, and I can achieve it. Yeah, I'd say do your best, find a way.
Yeah, we were in the same boat too. I mentioned it on the call last night too. We didn't have the money either, but we knew this was going to work for us, and I'm so thankful that I did, because we're where we're at today, in not only our business life but our personal life, because of the decision to join ASM. Priscilla, I just say, you know, good luck to you if that's what you're going to do. If you're going to try to find, use the training that we already taught you, but you know, you are not going to be able to dominate on Amazon without everything else you have in the ASM program. Doug says, do I need special photography equipment? Do they train you to make all those detailed pictures? How about Peter? Says, I know Peter loves his digital photography.
I had to laugh at that one pretty good. Dave actually had a bunch of photography equipment before ASM, so I've literally brought some products over to his house and asked him politely if he would help me and take some pictures. The bottom line is this: you can take pictures with your cell phone. Now, it's a true story. You can take tremendous pictures with your cell phone. If you have a camera, that's fine too. And then you go to Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com. And for $5, you can find a professional on there that will make your picture look like 10 million bucks. I exaggerate not. Now, I also know people that have hired a professional photographer and done beautiful, beautiful work. I can tell you that all of the photos I've used, either I took myself and sent to my guy at Fiverr, and by the way, he does a phenomenal job, and these are the kinds of things we share with you when you come on board. Hey, who's your guy at Fiverr? Oh, his name's so-and-so, tell him I sent you. This is commonplace all across the board. People to write press releases, people to fix your photos, people to do a product description, HTML, all kinds of help. $5. That's why it's called Fiverr.com. So the other one is there are a couple different websites you can go to and buy pictures. So here's professional models, professional photographers, and they sell their photos, $5, $10, $15 a piece. And then you send that one off to your guy at Fiverr, and he puts your product in the picture, and he overlays this and he overlays that, and it's beautiful. And you come back and you go, wow, look at my product, it's great. So honest and truly, we're talking about $5, $10. You don't need to buy cameras and lights and umbrellas. If you have them like Dave already does, he's good at it. But guess what? He still sends them off to a professional at Fiverr to make them look even better. So it's a piece of cake, and that's not something for you to be concerned about at all. These are the kinds of resources ASM talks about, but within our group, we actually give you the connections. It's going to be a beautiful thing when you get in there and go, oh, now what? Let me go to the Facebook group and see if anybody can help me. Boom, there's 2 or 3 answers. It's amazing.
Cool. Thank you for sharing that. Lorette, this one's going to be for you. What is an action badge?
Yeah, so inside of the community, you get badged. So when you log into ASM, you have specific badges, and some of the badges are, for example, I found a supplier, I made my first sale. But the badges that are the most exciting are the income badges, and you'll see there when you go in with people making all this money, and they get badged every month. Now, it's interesting. I'm glad you actually asked me that, Dave, because when I first purchased ASM, I didn't take action right away. So I just kind of sat on it, and just didn't. And then somebody was like, you really need to log in and look at how much money people are making. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll do that a little later. And then I finally logged in, and I saw these badges. I'm like, people are making 100K, 250K. I said, I need to stop what I'm doing and start taking action. So those badges are really what got me going, is seeing how much money people were making. It was really exciting. So you do get in there, definitely take action and badge yourself. And it really gives you a sense of accomplishment, and it helps other people know, where you are in the process and helping you along the way, and it keeps you motivated and keeps other people motivated as well. So the action badges are a great part of the community.
And also, you're exactly right. Thank you for sharing those. Lorette, you talked about the money badges, but what about the badges that you earn as you do certain steps in the program, like finding a product opportunity or getting your Amazon Seller Central set up?
Yeah, and I'm very big on checklists and keeping things organized. And when you do get those badges, with I found a supplier, my inventory is here, and all the different badges of the steps that you need to be successful, it keeps you accountable, and it really gives you the accomplishment, saying, okay, that's off my list, now I'm going to the next thing. And it keeps you moving, it keeps you on track, which I think a great benefit of this course is that it helps you manage what you're doing, manage the process going through. So I think that's a definite bonus and benefit of being part of this course.
Yes, I agree. It's when you see progress being made, even I think when you first sign up, you get the Bet on Me badge for 2015, which is you're already taking action by buying the course, by investing in yourself $5,000, and that's a badge you earn right away. So as you go through and you do the different things that we teach you in the modules, then you'll earn those badges, and you'll see the progression of you doing the different steps it's going to take to be successful in Amazon. All right, let's see. When is Module 1 starting? It'll start tomorrow morning, May 1st, I believe that the videos will be released at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So when you first get up in the morning, they should be in your Amazing.com account. Let's see. Dwayne says, actually it says Dan, but it's Dave. Dave, what are your tools and community that makes this a better choice than others who request that I join through them? Well, how about we ask somebody that's not Dave? You want to answer that one?
I'm going to run right over you, Dave. I'm just going to answer for just a second. Can you see my screen share?
Yes, we can.
All right. This is the difference between our group and anyone else. We don't make our money advertising ASM, all right? We don't make our money by selling this course. We make our money by doing it. You are getting a group of people who are successful at doing ASM. The others, I mean, God bless them, they're a bunch of great people promoting ASM. They don't have, they're good marketers. They don't, most of them don't have the experience in the trenches going through ASM like we do. And there's my little motivational screenshot there. I mean, that's where I'm at. And this, my sales aren't the best either. I mean, these other guys are doing much more than I am. But let me tell you, I'm comfortable, and I am definitely not done. I mean, I'm getting ready to explore the world. There is no limit now to what I can do. That's, I think, a big difference. And there's a lot of others that I'm sure others can speak to.
And that's if you guys can't see that, that's $1 million over the last year, 365 days that Janae has done. And Janae, what's around your net profit on that 1 million?
We make net around 40%.
So about $400,000 she made over the last year on what she showed you there. And that spike that you see there for Christmas sales, did you implement things when you were working? You came on board with our community, our team right around that time, didn't you?
Yeah. Christmas tends to take off on its own, but putting a little bit of extra effort in there, it's just wow. You aren't going to believe it. Get in here now and get ready for Christmas. This is the time. Christmas in July is what I always preach. You want to get ready, get all set up so you can start investing in product in July and get it moving.
That's right. So Dwayne, there's nobody else that is trying to get you to join through them that has the knowledge base that we do, that have the bonuses that we do, and have the Amazon selling power sellers like we do. That knowledge base. You're not going to find it in any other group. So we've proven that to you over the last 2.5 weeks that we've been promoting this program. If you still feel you want to go with somebody else, it's totally up to you. But I tell you right now, you'll be kicking yourself if you're not on the Kettner team, because we have people that come to us months later and are like, oh my gosh, I made a mistake. So whatever it is, get on board, Dwayne, but hopefully you come on board with us.
And Dave, I wanted to add to that. I had a few people say that, I really trust you guys. You guys seem like such regular people, regular people making money, following the blueprint, and doing it right. So, hopefully by doing these hangouts and, seeing our faces, well, you can't see mine right now, but seeing our faces, hearing us talk, answering your questions, you feel comfortable with us. And I think that's really important when you're choosing or, you want to know which group to go with. Who do you feel comfortable with? We're here to help you. We've been through it, and, we're regular people just like you. So definitely I think that's, something that you should consider when you're looking at that as well. Don't just look at, oh, they have the flashiest software. Who do you feel comfortable? We're here to help you.
Yeah, and thank you, Laura, for sharing that. There are some people that have software, by the way, that will get your account banned. I've seen it happen. So if you think there's a software out there that someone's offering, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is going to make this a easy magic bullet business, it's not. It will probably get your account shut down. Be very careful. Okay, there's people out there that will market stuff to you, and they'll be lying to your face and get you in trouble. There are a lot of good other affiliates out there, and some of them are actually my good friends. All right, I do believe though that our group has the best bonuses and the best support, and the Amazon millionaires to prove it. Let's see. Rajib says, are suppliers able to add a brand name on the product, or does the products have to be sent to another location to have them customized to our liking? Okay, Peter, how about that one for you?
Oh, sorry, I was muted, Dave. The question, I'm getting, it's breaking up on me real bad. If you wouldn't mind, please just asking me again.
Sure. Are suppliers able to add a brand name on the product, or does the products have to be sent to another location to have them customized to our liking?
That is a great question. You will actually find a combination of options. My very first order was 100 units. I literally went to Kinko's and bought envelope address stickers and had them put my brand name. And I went home and dumped 100 units on the living room floor and peeled off the envelope stickers. I paid less than $10 for them at Kinko. So there's my very first brand name effort. Okay. Now the factories, many factories in China will put whatever packaging you want. Now, once you establish rapport, they may look at you if you're brand new and you want that packaging work done. They might say, well, yeah, we can do that, but it'll cost you a little bit. There's always room to negotiate. The bottom line is, yes, they will do it for you. There's also another option. Many people believe in and have been very successful with really high quality packaging. I mean, they make it look like $1 million, and I think it's fantastic. It works exceptionally well if you want to take that route. So there are companies who do that for you, and you simply have your product sent from the factory in China to the packaging people, and then from the packaging people directly to FBA. You still don't have to touch it. So there's a full gamut of options. If you want to start out, test market, I didn't put a lot of effort into my brand name just the way I described for my first product. It's easy recipe to do. And after you built up a little rapport with your factory, you've ordered a couple, 2 or 3 times, and you say, hey, can you help me with my packaging? I want it to be red instead of black, or I want it to say this instead of that. I say, oh, well, yeah, you're a regular buyer now. Of course we'll help you. And now all of a sudden there aren't charges with that sort of thing. If your first order is 500, your second order is 2,000, and your third order is 5,000, you're darn right they're going to put your packaging on there, and they're not going to charge you a thing. That's a great question.
I definitely agree. Thank you, and thank you for answering that, Peter. Edgar, you asked where's the link to purchase. I just replied that back to you. It's that through the bonus page, you'll find the buy link on there, and you can go ahead and purchase whenever you guys are ready. Keep this open so you're getting these answers as well. But when you guys are ready, go purchase it now. There's no reason to wait. Definitely not. And Brad says, when will I get my group login information for your team? I sent the invoice to your bonuses email this afternoon. Brad, we're about 24 hours behind on getting back to people. We seriously have gotten slammed on sales yesterday and today, and we're a little backed up. After I get off the call, I'll probably reply to some people tonight, get them over. The rest, please give us 2 to 3 days max. We'll get them over to you. But again, we have to go through. We verify that the sale went through, and then we send you the information. So it will be forthcoming. It's just, again, the last day is always crazy with the cart closing. So it's important that we focus right now on answering everyone's questions and who are on the fence or whatever, because we don't want to miss the opportunity. So we will make sure we get that out to you guys as soon as possible. Matt says, do the bonuses show up on amazing.com? No, the bonuses from us are going to be separate. They will not be in your amazing.com account. You'll get them separately from us via email on our Facebook group and eventually on the team website as well. Tyrone says the same thing. How do you sign up underneath you? I posted that link in there. I will post it again right now. And let's see. There we go. So there's the link to purchase. Go through there. You'll see the buy button on a bonuses page. It'll take you right to the information page to put your information on a credit card. Rajib says, are there opportunities that we may find on Amazon that we would not be allowed to brand or sell because of one of you guys have your eyes on it? In other words, how does the team avoid conflict of interest? That's a great question. Lorette, how would you answer that question?
Well, I would say that there are endless opportunities on Amazon, and that is not something you should be worried about. That would be my.
Right now, there's let's see, about 30 people on this call. If every single one of us did the same opportunity, we'd probably all succeed. So we don't worry about that. Would you recommend shipping products from China manufacturers direct to Amazon FBA? Well, I know Janae and Peter, you guys. How about this, Peter? You answer that one, since it took a long time before you to even do that.
It did. There are two things involved with that one. One, I'm a little bit of a control freak, so I had them ship from the factory in China directly to me. I wanted to see what I was getting, okay, and I also wanted to know the process inside and out. So again, I bought a generically packaged item, and I literally went to Kinko's and got the cheapest labels I could find. I didn't have any money. The honest truth. The first product I bought from China, I didn't even know what it was. I'd never seen one before in my life. That's a true story. So I wanted to see it. One, I wanted to see what it looked like. Okay, I wanted to be able to hand a few to my friends. So my first order of 100 came to my house. And I went to Kinko's, I got my labels, put it on there, and then I sent it off to Amazon. So I accomplished 3 or 4 things in the process. Now, my second order, that was 500. So I went to Kinko's again. This time I got 500 silly labels, okay? And the funny thing is my product was wrapped in package, wrapped in plastic, and so I put my sticker on the outside of that plastic, of course. Well, I realized that immediately when someone buys it, the first thing they do is take it out of the shipping package from Amazon. The second thing they do is tear off the plastic wrapper that's around the box to get inside the box, and that goes directly in the garbage. So there goes my brand name. So it's like, I better think about doing so. So I contacted back the factory. This goes back to the previous question. I said, can you put my name on there? And they wanted to charge me a little bit. And I said, look, I'm gonna order 1,000 of these this time. Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, we'll help you. But I still had them ship it to my house. This time I wanted to see that. I wanted to hand that to a few people. So there was literally I'm a bit of a control freak in that regard, so I continued to do that for quite a while. Joyfully, I no longer do that. I have a tremendous relationship with my supplier in China. They've proven their integrity to me, and they're absolutely phenomenal people, and I have complete trust in their shipping directly to Amazon. I don't get product sent to me anymore unless I desire it. And after you start ordering 3,000 and 5,000 and maybe even 10,000 of a particular product, you do not want them sent to you. Trust me, you want them sent directly to FBA. Another great question. I hope the answer was satisfactory.
No, it's great. Thank you for sharing. And yeah, if you want to ship your very first order to FBA, you can do that. Well, you'll learn how to do that, but I do suggest you get a sample first. Always get a sample to see the product first, or have it quality inspected by someone before you do a bigger order. Let's see. Edgar said, I purchased ASM. Woo-hoo-hoo. Welcome, Edgar. I'm glad you are on board. Make sure you send your, when you get your invoice from ASM, just forward it to bonuses@davekettner.com, and we'll get you all set up, added to our team. Doug says, I want to sign up. Do I have to pay via credit card, or are there other billing options? Doug, credit card or debit card is the easiest way to do that. You can do that right from the page. If you are looking for other billing options like wire transfer or PayPal, once you go to the purchase page, you'll see a live chat box that'll pop up. That'll be with support, and they can help you with another billing option if you want to choose that. So you could definitely do that if you want. Let's see. Tarun says, if we have billed the business fast track, how many hours a day do we need to spend? How many hours do we need to spend a day, including training? Janae, for someone that's limited on hours with a busy family life you have going there, how would you answer that one?
The more time you spend in it, the faster you'll go. I did it with about 2 hours a day during the regular days, and maybe a 6 or 8 hour day combination on the weekend. So yeah, not a whole lot of time, and I had my first sale a month in. So it's really easy. But the more time that you can spend in it, I would say if you could spend 6 hours, I mean, what you're going to need to do, honestly, if you want to make this work, if you are really devoted and committed into saying, hey, I want this to really shoot out of the gate right now, stop watching television. Set your DVR to record all your shows, okay? And just relax. They'll be there later. Record the games, record the shows. Switch yourself off of Facebook, except your ASM. This is what I did, okay? No television, email once a day. I told all of my Facebook friends and my family, I told them, I'm going to be unavailable for 3 or 4 months. I've got something going on. If you need me, call me or text me. But I won't be able to catch up on Facebook feeds or all of that nonsense, because I have a life to run here, and I have a life that I have dreams that I want to achieve, and I know this is going to make it possible if I can just invest the time. So that's what I did. My family here that I live with, of course, they really pitched in, and they still do. I mean, my mother lives with us, and my husband there is a full-time dad, and we have 3 little ones, so we all pitch in to make this work. Just because the more time you spend, the faster you grow. You can do it, though, with just a couple hours a day.
Great answer. Thanks, Janae, for sharing that and sharing how you did it as well. I have the TV on, which I'm not letting it affect me. It's the first time I've had the TV on in probably weeks, and because I don't bother even watching shows anymore. I do watch sporting events, and so the NFL Live Draft is on right now, and I have it on just at the corner of my eye because I'm sure Peter is waiting as well. We're waiting for the number 24 pick and see what the Arizona Cardinals are going to do for round 1. That's the only reason why that TV is on right now. And it probably won't be picked until after this call's over anyway. But
and
Yeah, go
Dave,
ahead.
I just wanted to add to that. That's interesting that we have that in common. I don't even know the last time I've turned on the TV. I don't watch TV. And that's funny that, all of us, it's a very common denominator. I don't watch TV either. And, and it's interesting. People say, I don't have time. And, just like Janae said, where are you spending your time? If you can understand where you're spending your time and eliminate that stuff. Watching TV and those types of shows, they don't do anything for me. That's not going to help me grow my business. It's not going to help me with my, income for my family and so forth. So there's actually a tool. It's called Toggle, and it's toggl.com, and it's a tracking. It's something that you can use to track where you're spending your time and see what you can eliminate. And it's eye-opening to see where, like how you were saying, emails. I'm only going to email certain times a day. If you track yourself and say, wow, I'm spending 6 hours or 5 hours on email, so that's something that you can eliminate and instead focus that time on growing your business. If you're spending 3 hours watching TV, what can you do instead of watch TV to help you grow your business? So understand where you're spending your time and refocus it and make it to, a long-term result for your business.
Well
And
said.
most of the time, I see people exactly what you said. When they say they don't have time, it's not a time problem; it's a priority problem. And one of my bonuses, I'm going to spend about an hour teaching you how to figure those out.
And on Facebook, you were mentioning Facebook, Janae, too. Somebody was telling me, oh, I don't have time. And I was like, really? You just sent me an invitation to join you on Candy Crush on Facebook. So I think you do have the time.
Very true. Very true. There's I see some of those things come in with the Facebook updates, and I'm like, yeah, look at all these people that's wasting their time right now. But I mean, don't get us wrong. We don't mean that don't find something to do to enjoy. When you actually have success, go out there and spend time with your family and do those things. But there is time to make, and like Janae said, she had to sacrifice 3 or 4 months of that time that she probably would be able to spend with family and friends to make this business happen for her. And now that she did that, now she can live the life and have that much more time. Say that again, Lorette?
Like right now, I'm in Jamaica, and I just refreshed to see my sales. I didn't do anything with my business all day.
I was gonna mention this. I forgot to mention it last night, and you reminded me of this when you said it before, and you just triggered it again. People was asking me. I was on a three-way call today, and they said, "How much time have you spent in your business right now?" And to be honest with you, this past month, which is today's the last day of April, I have done basically nothing for my main Amazon product business. Really nothing, because I've been focused on doing stuff for ASM, as doing training videos and different things for them, traveling to Austin, Texas, preparing for this launch, doing the videos, doing all the stuff with you guys. I haven't done anything with my product business. I maybe will refresh my sales before I go to bed to see where I'm at. And right now, our sales are at the best they've been since almost Christmas, and I've done nothing. It's just the business running on autopilot, and all the inventory we already have in there. Plus, I have 3 outsourcers that work for us full time from the Philippines. So once you get things running, you can really live the life, and you'll hear that from a lot of people, not just us on the call. Let's see. I think I already moved a couple of ways here. Where did it go? Opportunities to meet face-to-face, Linda. We will have our live event in August, which you'll get information about that soon. Also, people in the Facebook group and our group have already had a chance to go through and introduce each other and basically found people that are in the same locales, and they're going to form in their own little groups as well. You'll be able to find other people in the ASMs that probably are in your locale, and you'll have people to meet that way as well. Let's see. How does credit card and debit manage between the supplier's sale and my sales? Supplier sales and my sale. Well, I'm not sure the question, because what you do is you buy in bulk from your supplier. So let's say you're buying 100 pieces of a product, okay, and you're going to pay them with PayPal or through maybe a bank transfer or a wire transfer. Western Union or something like that, and then you get your products, you put it on Amazon, and then Amazon pays you every other week for the sales that you made. So hopefully that answers that question. Patrick says, I am lost because because I just joined, but sounds interesting, so I'm interested. Need more info. I'm lost because I just joined. Okay, Patrick, you're going to start getting on the understanding things once we get started with Module 1 training tomorrow. Tarun says, how much time do we spend daily, including, we already answered that one. When you say group, when you say our group, do you mean ASM, or is there a subgroup teams within ASM? Peter, tell them about our team. What are we? What do we do?
We are a group of people that have built our business through what we learned from the ASM course. And we are now involved in our personal efforts to, quote-unquote, pay it forward and to give back. I have a personal belief that it's not what I get out of life, it's what I give back to life. And so some will find that maybe corny, or some will say, yeah, right, sure, you can say that now that you've made money. Well, that's beside the point. The fact is that is reality with this group of people. We're not. Our business is not selling the course. Our business is selling products on Amazon, and we have joyfully made a monumental difference in our lives. And through that process, there's a great desire to see other people do exactly that. I've helped friends and family members buy this course, and I've helped them build their business with what I've learned, and had so much joy in the process. And I know I can speak personally for the other people here as well, because I know them personally. It is the real deal, and that is why we do what we do. We're not making a living selling the ASM course. We're making our living. You saw Janae's results. That's $1 million in sales. Nobody's making $1 million in sales of ASM, but there are several people through the ASM course that have over $1 million in sales on Amazon. That's mind-boggling. Are you kidding me? Janae told you personally that she didn't have money when she started out. She had a huge debt load. Dave had to put the purchase on his credit card. I had to borrow money for my first order from China and my second order from China. So we're people that have been in good times and in bad, and our efforts to give back are legitimate and genuine, and we also have a lot of fun doing it. It's a blast. So it's a great question. I hope that you receive the answer, because that is the truth.
Doug says, how do I join your group as opposed to just generic sign up? Doug, the link is right at the top of the chat right there, and it's posted as go here now to sign up. Doors close at midnight Pacific Standard Time. The link is right under there. Go to that link. You'll see the purchase buttons inside there. Go ahead and get started. I believe Edgar asked the question again. When do I get access to the bonus? I sent you the email. Again, we're probably at least 24 hours behind that, Edgar. We will get on that and get it to you as soon as possible, within 2 to 3 days max. Linda has a question for Janae. Janae, will that take me out of the group I'm in now? I'm not sure what you meant by that.
She signed up through a main webinar with Matt and Jason. So if you signed up through somebody else's group, then yes, it would. But since she signed up through Matt and Jason, no. I mean, you get all of the ASM content, you get all the ASM bonuses that they're providing in the main content, and then by signing up through our group, then you'll get our bonuses as well.
And just so you guys know too, if you happen to generically go through and you found us and you're like, hey, I want your bonuses, all you have to do is send a ticket. And you send a ticket to actually send it to partner@amazing.com, and just say, hey, I would like to be added to Dave Kettner, and I would like to get his bonuses. Can you please add me to their group? And you put in their number. The affiliate is A as in Apple 1038, and it's not in that link, but just say, please add me to Dave Kettner A10038. Okay, if you need that again, we can post it later. Is this bonus associated with Jason and Will? Actually, no, we're not. Jason and Will are they're another group of affiliates. They are also a very good group. They're personal friends of mine. I've got to know them well over the past year. They do a good job. Jason and Will, though, are not Amazon sellers. Okay, they are affiliates. So if you want to be associated with, so I would think the two best bonuses that are out there are ours and Jason and Will's. Jason and Will, though, they know the Amazon business through their own people. We know the Amazon business because this is what we do day in, day out. So that is your choice. Go through, you see what is best for you, and make that decision. Either way, I don't think you can lose.
If you have signed up through someone else, I just posted the instructions that they've mentioned in the chat.
Thank you, Janae. Appreciate that. So we already answered that one with Linda. Edgar says he is from Mexico. All right, Edgar, I wouldn't even know. You're speaking very good English. Look forward to working with you, Edgar. Which professional do you use at Fiverr is the question. That's a good question. I think they're asking of Peter, but to be honest with you, there's so many different options with Fiverr, and we wouldn't share who we work with because then that one person would be bombarded. We'll show you how to search, though, and find different options. Dwayne says, Dave, first I apologize for calling you Dan. Not a problem. I'm a very laid-back guy. That's not really a big deal. If you start talking about my hair, then we have a problem, Dwayne. Just a little excited about the opportunity, no problem. Second, I meant no disrespect to you and your team by my question, but I really needed the clarification. Thank you for all the clarity. Dwayne, I hope we answered that question for you, and hopefully you'll be joining us as well. Rabbit says, life is too short for, oh, that jumped, for TV. Hashtag value your time. Togi is jumping again. Was a real eye-opener for me, too. So thank you, Laurette, for sharing that. Paul shared how to find the search. Thank you, Paul. Linda says she signed up for our team, so she's good. Doug says, what do you mean Jason and Will are affiliates instead of Amazon sellers? Well, that's exactly what I mean, Doug. Their wives sell on Amazon. Jason and Will do not sell on Amazon. Janae showed you her stats. She's an Amazon seller. I share with you my stats. You've seen Peter's stats. We share them on our website. You won't see Jason and Will sharing stats because they don't have stats. They are not Amazon sellers. Okay? It's cut and dry. That's what we meant. If you ask them, they'll probably tell you the same thing. On their webinars, Jason, I hear him all the time. My wife does this. My wife does that. Okay? He's not an Amazon seller. Let's see. How many different groups are there? I think I signed up through Jason and Will. Is it possible to change group, and would I lose all the bonuses through the other group? You are allowed to change a group one time. If you want to change a group, I'm not going to tell you to do that. That would be up to you, whichever group you want to be with. You would have to contact support, like Janae put in the instructions there. You will only get bonuses, though, from one group. So if you leave their group, you will lose their bonuses, but you would gain ours, and vice versa. Okay? You can only get one group's bonuses, unless you buy 2 packages, which there's no reason to do that either. Let's see. And it looks like we've gone through all the questions. Sweet. So as we got through all the questions in an hour. What I want you guys to do right now is, if there is anything else that's holding you on the fence, if there's something that's holding you back, where you're not purchasing ASM right now, go ahead and write it there. Write, I'm on the fence with this, or I'm having trouble with understanding this. Go ahead and put that in there right now. Peter, let me ask you a question. If people right now have not purchased ASM, and they have now less than 5 hours to purchase ASM5, what would you recommend to them?
Great question, Dave. Personally, I chose many years ago to live my life to the best of my ability without regret. And so I don't regret things that I have done or experienced. There are a few regrets of things that I have not done. And I thought about that this afternoon, and I honestly believe that if I had not done this, I I would not have found the race car vehicle that could have delivered for me. So I'm struggling for words, but what I'm trying to convey is that where I am now versus where I was 2 years ago is night and day, and all of that is attributable to my efforts with ASM. I was working a dead-end job. I was in debt and didn't see a way out, had issues, and it's a long story. The point is, I strongly encourage you. The only people that this program has not worked for are the people that either didn't work it or quit working it. And I can say that with 100% conviction. You either didn't work it or you quit working it. This program works. It delivers, and we put cherry on top of the ice cream sundae with the efforts from the Kettner Group. Again, I'm struggling for words. Don't look back. I would be willing to guess that most people have spent $5,000 in worse ways. My gosh. I know I have several times over. So do it and don't look back. Be confident with your decisions. Know that this can be a reality for you. Just keep on working it and keep on working it, and there will be a multitude of people there to encourage you on. Not just the people here in the Kettner Group, but within those that ASM3, ASM4, ASM5 that are part of the Kettner Group. Dynamic community. Just incredible. So hey, go for it. Go for it. One last statement, if I could. I think some people will say, oh, it's too big of a risk. I would flip that coin over and say, is what you're doing now going to get you where you want to go and what you want out of life? That, to me, is a bigger risk than spending $5,000 and putting your heart and soul into something, turn the TV off, say no to a few parties, and get after it. Your life, you had the ability to change your life with this program for $5,000. It's crazy. Okay, thanks, Dave.
Thank you, Peter, for sharing that heartfelt that message, and hopefully that helps people make a decision. And I appreciate that. Roger has another question here. It says, why is the WEN, W-E-N, hair product shown in the product spotlight if that's a well-known name brand that I don't think we can just attach a new name to the same way, and we can use the brand new same way we can just brand a USB cable. Roger, that tool is to show you, get you an idea of what products are selling on Amazon daily. So that's a good question. But the whole point is to show you what that product, how much is selling a day. Okay, that's what the Profit Spotlight is for. You can go through and brand anything, right? And make a product that's similar, and you can compete with name brands. I am personally doing it myself. I'm going against 2 major name brands, and we did quite well last year. So don't let that scare you one bit. But the tool itself is just there to show you different products and how much they're doing to give you an idea of that market. Linda, by the way, Linda said well said when you were saying that, Peter, just so you know there. Patrick, I know Janae answered this. Patrick, it was internet problems. I would say the same thing that Janae did, Patrick, because you're hearing this for the first time. Go through the page that we have up there, the bonuses page, and we have the last 2 webinars that we did. The long 2-hour webinar that Matt and Jason did, fully action-packed. We have our first webinar that we did was over 2 hours. You're gonna have that page has a wealth of information on there for you, including access to the training that has been released over the last 2.5 weeks. Though you only have 4 hours and 49 minutes to make a purchase. So because you have a money-back guarantee with this, Patrick, I would say buy the program, and then if it's not right for you, then just contact them and get refunded. But don't miss it. If you get past midnight Pacific, you won't be able to. It doesn't matter if you research tomorrow or not. You won't have access to the program. So that would be my advice for you. Antonio says, I'm 17 and I don't have the money to pay for this, and I can only learn from the outside. Well, Antonio, if you don't have the money, then what you could do, and I know again you have less than 5 hours here. I would try to find someone that's going to invest in you, loan you the money, or find a business partner, team up, and do it with. That would be what I would guess, what I would recommend. If you're only 17, you might not be able to do it anyway. But if you have to, if you can't get in, then just take the knowledge that we've given you over the last 2.5 weeks and use it to your advantage and do the best you can. I wish you luck with that. Who are the people? Faces shown in top blue bar. I don't know what they mean by top blue bar. Do you know, Janae? Top blue bar. Oh, do you mean that when you register for the webinar? Is that what you're talking about, Linda? Those, that's us. The speakers for this webinar was myself, Peter, Janae, Lorette, and also my wife, who my wife has not been able to make the calls. So I think those are the people you're talking about. Those are just us. Hopefully we look better in person than we do on our pictures. Is there a chance we can purchase later if someone returns the program? Tarun says. No, Tarun. They unless you knew someone that wanted to sell it to you, the returns will go directly through ASM. And no, that's it. So again, today's last night. If you want to purchase it, we've had people before it opened a week ago. We had people that have been waiting 2.5 months to get in this program. So this is going to be the last launch. And from what I'm hearing, they're going to allow ASM to be kind of sold in a different way, without the coaching calls and without all these bonuses and all the hype and all that stuff. But most likely, it's going to be a $10,000 program. So again, this is the time. Today's the day. You have 4 hours and 46 minutes left to get this program. If you mouse over them, the names show up. Thank you, Brad. I didn't know that. Where it says Arizona Millionaire. Okay, that was a training. Sounds good. All right. So, guys, any more questions? Go ahead, put them in there. Oh, here's what I found: affiliate, bonus, and groups very confusing. I can no longer tell what are the ASM course material and what are the bonuses from each group. Well, if you go to that page that we have listed right there, you'll see there's a link to the videos that ASM did, which is all Matt and Jason, and then you'll see the stuff that we did, which is all us. Everything we have on that page is what you're going to get if you purchase through our bonuses. And when you get into the ASM program, if you go through the webinar last night, you'll see we did a walkthrough of inside of amazing.com and everything you get, and we went over that. And then you go over our bonuses, and you'll see exactly what you get from us. I hope that helps there. And Tarun says, if you get one-time payment to refer us, why would you coach us for longer time? That's a great question, Tarun. We actually answered that in some other webinars. Janae, why, if we're only getting paid one time when we refer somebody, well, why would we continue coaching them for a longer time?
We don't get paid a whole lot when we refer, and we've got a big team we're splitting up, and then we're going to invest most of that into the live event for you guys. This is about giving back. This is an incredible opportunity that gives you so much in here that you just want to share it with everybody. This is incredible. It's changed my life. I've watched it change other people's lives. It's like Peter said the same thing. I'm worlds different than I was 2 years ago. My life has changed so much for the better, and this is why we're promoting this, is because we just we love to share it. It's incredible. There's Amazon is a really, really big pie. You don't have to worry about competition, whether it's going to be used up. Billions, okay, billions and billions of dollars up there for grabs, and it's growing exponentially all the time. So, I mean, this is something that we do, and as a bonus to ourselves, the more people, good quality people that we have in our community, in our little private community that we have, we get things from that too, because we still encounter some things, and we'll ask questions in the group, and we get all sorts of new nuggets of information. Things change, new ideas crop up. Just the crowd ideas there is also important. I met people from ASM2, ASM3, ASM4. Each incarnation had something to offer me that helped me take my business to the next level. So that's why we do it. I mean, we would make more money. In fact, we well proved this 6 months ago. We would have made so much more money had we worked on our businesses rather than promoting this. But here we are again, because we just love doing this. You know, we love helping people and love changing people's lives.
Thank you, Janae, for sharing that. Peter, how would you respond to that?
Dave, I would basically say exactly what I said a few minutes ago. It's true. I know that this sort of thing doesn't grow on trees. I know that it's exceedingly uncommon. I've been where you're sitting now, asking these questions. Yeah, right. There's got to be something in it for you. Yeah, you must be making a bunch of money and not telling me the truth. Yeah, I know. But there's more to it than that. At our last training event, I had the opportunity to address the group, and the last thing that I said was, who I have become is more important to me than the money I have made. And I stand by that. Dave has known me for years, and he could look you in the eye and tell you that's a fact. Part of the ability for us to help others is a dynamic event. I had the fortune of attending a funeral service not too long ago, and had a few moments to reflect and thought, gosh, I wonder who might show up and have something nice to say at my service. And those are things that I have just enough gray hair to admit to you that those things are important to me that maybe 10 or 20 years ago they were not. So I'll stand by this one statement I mentioned earlier. I don't go through life looking for what I can get out of life. That's a part of it, but more importantly to me, I look at what I can give back to life, what I can put into life instead of just taking. So again, I'm sure that may fall on some of you and say, yeah, right, sure, whatever, you're making lots of money, blah, blah, blah. It is the truth. I hope you join, and I hope your life changes for the better as well.
And thank you, Peter. I appreciate you guys both sharing those from the heart. That's what it is. And it looks like Janae popped off there, which is okay. We're just about done.
It's gotten booted out. I was going to hit return.
There you go. Okay, not a problem. But you know, to further answer that question, in addition to everything that you guys said, and again, you guys have heard my passion. Hopefully, on some of these other calls, if you've been on live or recorded or seen some of our videos. Yeah, I mean, we do this to give back and to help others. This has really become a sole purpose for me to for what I believe that I've been totally blessed with, and I'm taking those blessings and sharing those with others, because my goal is to make this world a better place and leave it better than what I arrived in with. And there's just too much, you know, negative stuff, evil things that happen in this world. And I know if we shine that light, reflect that light onto others, it's going to help. And those of you guys that come and join us here, you're going to not only be able to achieve an amazing business, but you're going to be part of what I consider a big family and lifelong friends. And you're going to see why we do this business, and you'll see it firsthand. And really, when it comes to what we teach you guys, we learn from one another. We had one of our contest winners from the last group. We did a hour and a half, basically, private mastermind with the 3 winners. It was actually the 3 of us and our 3 winners. And I tell you what, after that hour and a half, I know our people learned a lot, the 3 winners. But myself, and I'm just going to speak for myself, you guys can share what you think, but I walked away learning so much from Janae and Peter and I implemented right away and made a difference in my business. And if I wasn't out there teaching others, I wouldn't in turn be learning back from you guys. Okay, and we could do much more together as a group than we ever could do by ourselves. I'm sure you've heard the adage, birds in a flock fly farther together than they ever could by themselves. It's the same thing with this business. Having that collaboration within ourselves in a very intimate group that we have created in our team, it first of all makes the business less lonely because you have people to share these ideas that are doing the same things with you, and you just learn so much from each other. Janae, Peter, anything to share on that? Good? All right. So Patrick says, what a night to have internet problems. Sounds great. Patrick, sorry to hear that. Hopefully, this is another thing too. People were saying, I heard on the Hangout today that someone last year waited till 5 minutes before the cart closed before they purchased ASM. What happens if you have an internet problem or power goes out or just doesn't happen to go through or your credit card denied or whatever? You will not get the program, right? So I do tell you this. If you guys are having an issue with payment, if you make an attempt to order tonight and you have a problem with payment, we could get you in what we call the back door after the cart closes up until the 5th, I believe, of May. Only if people have tried and had issues or have a credit card problem or a payment problem, we could still get you in. Other than that, doors close at midnight. Okay. Edgar says, when can I view Interview with Robert Kiyosaki? Edgar, it's on YouTube. It's on, I have it up on my YouTube site. Just go to YouTube, search for Dave Kettner, and you'll find it. Or Dave Kettner probably, and Robert Kiyosaki, you'll find it. Dave, you co-wrote a book. Yes, Patrick, I co-wrote a book with Robert Kiyosaki, and it was called The Amazon Millionaire, which is why this webinar series has been called the Amazon Millionaire Training. Last night, for 2 hours, we walked you through step by step by step of finding a live example and making it happen, how you would actually get it up and running and supplied and marketed in Amazon. Chris Green says, thanks, Janae. Also, what kind of taxable income is this? Should we expect to pay taxes for the business at the end of the year? And are we itemized business expenses, claim household, home office expense? Go ahead, Janae.
I just posted it. You may want to keep some aside for taxes. You will be making enough that you will be more than happy to pay a little bit in taxes. But yeah, you can deduct everything. I showed enough to show a loss the first year, basically because I went years back and it's amortized, but you can deduct most of your training and investment expenses over the last 5 years. So if you have taken any of these internet courses, okay, if you've taken anything regarding internet, e-commerce, whatever, make sure over the last 5 years, then you can add all that up and deduct it this year.
Yep, and I'm an advocate of I want to pay more tax. Okay, the reason why I want to pay more tax is because that means I'm making more money. All right, the more we pay in taxes, the more income we're making. That's a good thing. You will probably learn that. You probably learned that from Kiyosaki. People who are Kiyosaki followers. Okay, it's good to pay taxes because that means you're making more profit. All right.
I would like to chime in also, Dave.
Say again.
I want tax problems. Hallelujah. That means I'm making lots of money. Also, I joyfully found a brilliant CPA who has saved me a ton of money in taxes. God bless his heart. I pay him exceptionally well, and he does a phenomenal job for me. Years ago, I thought to myself, oh, I never want to pay. Tax problem. Oh. No, I tell you what, I wrote some massive checks to the IRS and to the state, and I did it with a big fat grin on my face. My CPA is well paid, and I am so grateful. Everything that comes out of my pocket, I look and I smile and I think, hey, that's tax deductible. So whether it's the gas in your car or lunch with your good buddy, make sure you discuss business, and everything is tax deductible. There's one rule of thumb for tax. Now, I learned this a while ago from a smart guy. He said, always claim every penny you make and deduct everything you can possibly think of deducting. If you claim everything, you don't get in any trouble. If they tell you you can't deduct that, then you simply respond by, okay, how much do I owe you? It's truly that simple. You can deduct and deduct and deduct and deduct and deduct and deduct. So everything that comes out of my pocket right now is a business expense. Why? Because my business is 24/7, 365. That's who I am and what I do. So take a vacation. Make sure you do some product research while you're there, and it's all a deduction. Go out to lunch with your best friend. Dave and I talk business wherever we go. All tax deductible. And we take turns picking up the tab. It's a beautiful thing. I hope that helps, but trust me, you do want tax problems. Hallelujah.
We take turns trying different kinds of beer, too. And, all tax write-off because we're talking business. I'm here in New York right now. This is a business trip. Everything's written off. My airline, my food expenses, my hotel, my cost. We've spent $10,000 on the workshop. All that is deductible, tax write-off. Okay.
I installed spent a few $1,000s installing a really nice playground in my backyard, and I deducted it as a business expense because I figure it's like a daycare at work. So, hey, you can do a lot of things.
Well, I'm not a tax professional, but I think that one might be a little bit cutting it close. But unless you have like a little daycare that you're actually running, but
Dave, I think it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant.
I invite my employees; they can bring their kids over every once in a while, and they play. There you go.
All right.
It's brilliant.
Makes sense then. Yeah, that's awesome. Even this course is going to be write-off for you. Okay. Let me tell you right now, if you bought this course and participated in the business and tried it, you will have more write-off at the end of this year. If you don't make a dime, you'll have all the benefits you get from this business. You'll make money if you did nothing with ASM. It's a fact. Okay? So again, what's ASM worth to you? What is the cost to you if you don't get it? It's really what it comes down to. Ken shares something I wanted. This is very nice, Ken. Thank you. I appreciate this. He says, from someone who has the opportunity to be with the Kettner team, I can say you will not be let down. They always over-deliver. Thank you, Ken. I appreciate that. And we do try our best to make that happen. Edgar was looking for the full interview with Robert Kiyosaki. Edgar, I haven't even seen the full interview. We did like a 45-minute interview, and their lawyers came in. They chop, and left it with 1 minute and 20 seconds. So I don't even have access to it. So I apologize. There's really picky lawyers that would not allow certain things to be said, and so I don't have access to that. Apologize. Paul says, love it, Peter. Patrick says, Dave, if Kiyosaki endorses you, that's good enough for me, which is why we've had a lot of people join as well. That I've had lots of emails that said, hey, we learned a lot from Robert and Dave from the book, and that enough was enough for us to join ASM. But now everything that we're seeing ASM is, wow, we're super excited. So hopefully you guys all get to that point. Chris says, very grateful, very helpful, great to hear. Thanks. All right, well, tell you what, it is now, we're an hour, wow, it's 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. So let's call that a night. You guys have 4.5 hours before ASM5 closes. So I'll make sure that I get this recording out right away as soon as I get off to everybody on our email list. And if you're watching this recording, the cart closes April 30th, which is today, at midnight Pacific Standard Time. Hopefully the cart is still open. Hopefully you have a chance to go purchase it, and I will make sure I have the link. If you don't see the link here, I'll have it in the email that I'm sending out as well. So hopefully you guys, if you haven't purchased, I'm hoping that we convinced you now. We've answered all your questions, and anyone who's on the fence, hopefully now you're in ASM, and you're going to be very happy you did. And like I said, it's a no-brainer to get in because you have 30 days money-back guarantee, and you don't have anything to worry about. So Peter wants to say hello, good night.
Do not delay. Do not regret. Go buy the course, work your tail end off, and change your life forever. I hope you are richly rewarded in many, many, many ways. God bless you. I hope that it's been meaningful for you. It certainly has for us, and hopefully we'll get to know each other personally. Hallelujah. Thanks.
Thank you, Peter. Janae?
Yeah, great to have you all on. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the other side. and congratulations on making this investment in your future and your family's future.
Definitely. And I'll again reiterate everything we've already said. I'm hoping that you guys all join us and we can all work together for your success, for our success, and to make this world a better place, because you can definitely do it through this business. And hope you're on board with us. Doug says just join the group. See you all soon, Doug. Thank you. We look forward to working with you as well. Hopefully you guys make a decision. Again, it's no-brainer. You can get your money back 30 days if you need to, but more than likely, once you get in there, you're going to see that this is the real deal, and you're not going to want a refund. You're going to want to work this business. So with that said, guys, take action, make it happen. We look forward to working with you, and we'll catch you hopefully very soon on our first team call, which will be next week. All right, so you guys have a wonderful time. Module 1 launches tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and hopefully you guys are all on board to get access to that and start taking action with your business. Good night, everyone. I thank you for your time, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Good night, everybody.